Hey all, I hope it's going well. It's been a while since I've done a video, mostly because I'm not sure what you all want to see, whether you just want me to basically show you what we're working on. I don't know. I mean, if you have any ideas, please let me know, and I'll take the time and I will send it out there. But in the interim, I've noticed I've hit 20,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And to kind of extend my gratitude, what I've done is on Twitter I've put a poll up for like a giveaway, and it's still got a few hours to go, but I can see that the majority of votes seem to be towards 10 different people getting, well, it just says 10 lots of $100. I'm UK based, so it'll actually be £100, which is a bit better. And what I'll do is I'll create Amazon gift codes, and I'll just ping out the voucher number. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to kind of be able to enter that, if you just follow on either Instagram or Twitter, or even both, and what I'll do is I'll take a dump of all the usernames that are on there, and I'll put it in a random generator, and I'll just generate 10. So if you're on both, obviously you'll appear twice in the list. What I'll do is every time I hit a milestone on here, I will do the same kind of thing. I'll run a giveaway, whether that be 10 people receiving an increased amount, or more people increasing £100, £100 each time. But I'll let you, I'll run like a poll or something, and I'll let you decide kind of what I do. So the first app is Terrene, and this is somewhat similar to Solar Smash, except you can shape the planet, create buildings, etc., and then obviously do your destruction side of it. So if we go in here, initially you can set the planet size, and for the sake of this I'll just do a small one. Now you start off with this screen here, and what you can do is you can use here, you can randomize, which will give you a whole load of different options just based on the grid here, or you can just set it yourself. So you can set it to mid mountains, have lots of water, hardly any water, do a lot of greenery, and the clouds side of it is not working yet. We've not linked it up, but you can leave that empty for now. You can also set the temperature of the planet, so you can see you've got a hot deserty, or you've got a very cold one, or you've got in between. So when you close that, you get the planet as you've created before. Now in here you have a lot of creator tools here, but if you click the hammer, you can see that you've also got some weapons as well. Now some of these weapons aren't linked up, they're not working yet, some of the stuff that we need to kind of focus on. But you can see under here you're going to have controllable weapons, so UFO, monster truck. So the monster truck will let you just free roam around, UFO will let you fly around the planet, shoot, etc. You've got your supernatural, so you got your heat laser, freeze laser, and some of the stuff that this does as well is if you use the heat laser, you can see that you're leaving trails of lava. If you use the freeze laser, you can see you can leave snow, which is quite cool. We've also got the natural stuff as well, which is your lightning. So lightning's not working yet. We've got meteor. So meteor actually, if you fire a meteor, you can see that it's hit something over here, but it's the second one. So again, that's an issue. Let me just hit it here. There we go. So you can see it's left a crater, and that crater is from the meteor impact. And we've also got volcano. So if you light a volcano, you can see the ground morphs underneath, and a volcano appears and fires, and all the water, etc., reacts as a result of all the lava balls. Click off here. So if we go into the creator mode, you can see there's a lot of stuff to sculpt planets. So you can sculpt, create mountains, you can lower them if you want, you can blend it in, create a little higgledy-piggledy one. But I mean, there's a lot of options you can create. Obviously you can see some of the power that you can have. You can kind of sculpt different planets to your liking. We've got the paint tool, which will let you colour in different. So you can see you've got the desert there. You've got kind of a rocky one here, brown, earthy. You've got more of a red desert. You have the more luscious grass, red volcanic kind of stone, and you also have obviously the grass that we've seen already. Clouds. So clouds work in here. I know they didn't work on the option we had before, but if you click on here, you can see that you can start putting. Now this will be very subtle here, but if I then go into here and move over, you can see we've got clouds right there, and they react to the sun, which is quite nice. You've got various trees. Now these are multi-selectable, so if I select birch and I select pine, it will place both birch and pine. So if I put it there, so you can see that we've got lots of birch trees, and if I select oak, you can see it's also now laying oak trees as well. Whereas if I unselect that, it'll just be oak. You've got pine trees, baobab trees, cacti, and palm trees. And we're going to have a lot more trees available when this goes live. You've got the water, so you can take water away if you wanted here, or you can go mental and just add loads, and that will start rippling across. It's knocking down the trees right now and removing them. There'll be a better effect once this goes live as well. You can see you can just take out a lot of the planet and make it a lot of water, and you can see it's moving quite nicely as well. And finally, we also have buildings, so you can place the different kind of buildings. So right now these are randomized different building types. We're going to have a varying amount of these, but we're also going to have landmarks. This UI will change, but you can see that you're going to get like a Machu Picchu, a pyramid, etc. Well, that's pretty much about it. We have a lot of plans for this app, but this is kind of the initial side of it. You can see there's still work to be done. A few more weapons to link up, controllables, etc., to kind of let you create your planet and immerse yourself in it. And we're going to have a lot of AI as well, so you can see civilizations form and build and go to war with each other, etc., and you can kind of from above impact it with natural disasters or sculpt it in a different way, and the environment will react to that. Cool. So the next app that we are working on is Body Smash. So this is, I guess, kind of a different one that we've got currently. So it is a sandbox game again, but this time it's with all different ragdolls manipulating the environment. I can't even say manipulating right. With use of kind of the ground, the bricks, the different objects that you have available, and there will be a lot more available when this goes live again. So you can see very much this is a work in progress. The UI is pretty rubbish. At the bottom you can see there's build mode, destruction mode. There's also a few options on the left hand side. More specifically, I guess the sky sphere is probably the more interesting one, where you can change what you want your, I don't know what's good, pink. I've butchered that. On the right hand side you can see there's a number of options. So the first one is blocks. Now this is pretty much as it says, so you can see the different block types, and this will be how you kind of amend your environment, kind of shape it how you want it to look, and some of these will impact what the dummies do as well. So if they walk on ice, they'll slip. If they stand on metal or gold, etc., that's been heated up, they'll melt. So all this is to come. So you can go in here, you can remove some blocks. From here you can then select some of the other ones. So default's the one that you've just seen. You've got a silver block, you've got metal blocks, which is somewhat similar, bronze, a golden block, and you've got like ice blocks as well. You've got astral, which is quite cool. grass blocks, which you might recognize, and dirt blocks as well. So a lot of these blocks you can place it, you can remove all of this, you can create a massive platform, so you can see the astral ones, the kind of moves differently, which is quite nice. You can create a massive environment. You could have dummies walking right to the top and then falling off the edge and splattering, etc. I mean, the options are kind of endless, really. So we've got different machines. So you've got a piston machine. So this, if they walk on it, it'll just fling them up. You've got a portal. So if they walk on this and then go to another portal, they'll just teleport. You've got a rotator. So the rotator has a lot of different parts that you can add to it. So there's an attachment, so you can add these to the rotator, and you've got a spawner as well. So the spawner is where your dummies will come out of, depending on what dummies you've selected. Objects, so you can see there's quite a lot of objects in here. These are stuff that you can use in the environment to, I guess, just make it look good, or again, a lot of these can interact with the dummies, or the dummies can interact with them. So you've got like anvil, so you could drop that off the top and it'll land on a dummy and it'll squish them. Beach balls, which the dummies can go and just kick. Well, that one's gone. Bowling ball, which works very well with the bowling pin. So you could set up a little bowling area. You could even have dummies walking into that area, or dummies being the bowling pins, and then you fling these at them. Got little ducks and stuff. I mean, it's all. I'm not going to go through every single one. Mine, for example, if they walk on that, they're gonna get blown up. Attachments. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. That attach to some of these, and will attach to other things as well. So we're going to have objects that you can attach to a wall here, for example, a block on the side, and then you can shoot a laser. But for now, you can put like a blade. So this, as you can see, is very much a work in progress. You've got an emitter, so this will just spin around and it'll just shoot them with the laser. Magnet, a paddle, to just whack their heads off. Dummies is empty because that's within here right now, but there's going to be an option where you can actually just place dummies and run around as them and punch and stuff. And then modifiers if you want them to speed up, slow down, etc. So if we click on here, so it's not going to let me change it for now, but all this is going to change. This isn't going to look anything like this. So when you go into destruction, that's kind of when you start the play, and you'll see dummies start spawning, walking. So they're climbing over the blocks right now. It's a bit of a mess, as you can tell. So they're going to just keep doing this. But you have got a lot of destruction stuff right now. So you've got elements, so you can set fire to them. You've got the blast, ice. I've probably made a mockery of this now. You've got chain lightning, so you can see this shoots lightning down and it's just chains onto others. You've got tornado that you can put here and it'll start flinging these dummies around. Projectile, so little missiles that'll fly down and shoot them. Oh, got those tangled up now. Special stuff, so black hole. You got your normal lasers that you've seen in other places. Freeze laser, which should used to set like freeze them, but again we've changed so much stuff that a lot of it is we need to just pick back up. And then obviously you've got your controllable dummy as well, which you can run around, which again needs some work, but you could run around and do different stuff. So these are going to be like punch and jump and kick and stuff. And that's about it pretty much. There'll be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more polished, obviously, because there's a lot of issues right now. But hopefully that gives you a sneak peek into something else that we've been working on. Finally, one of the last things that we've been working on is City Smash in 3D. So from a different kind of viewpoint, so not the usual flat 2D well, 2.5D, I guess, view that you're used to now in the original City Smash. So this one will be a lot more 3D focused and have controllables, etc. So this is, although it looks very early stage, this is probably the one that will have released the soonest. So we're looking to kind of get this in a month or so and have this fully released. So from a city perspective, you can see there's none, because we're working on the traffic system, so cars driving around, stopping at traffic lights, changing directions, etc. And also a lot of the scenery stuff, so that you can take over cars and drive them around. You can take over different objects and kind of demolish buildings using them. But until then, we have some of the usual stuff that you see on the side, but you can see that we've got kind of a focus on controllables. So we've got the UFO and we've got the tank. So a tank is basically a tank. So you can see here that it looks pretty good, and it's controlled as you would control any of the other apps. So this isn't linked up, but this right hand side will lift the turret up and down, the barrel up and down, and you can obviously fire as you would normally. So when we have buildings here, you'll be able to shoot these buildings, blow them up, any other objects, etc. that we might have, you'll be able to blow them up. And one of the other stuff is the UFO. So you can see that you can fly this around like you would any other UFO. Again, once there's buildings, etc., this will look a lot better. You've got a tractor beam, which again is not linked up, and you've also got your plasma cannon. So if you tap, you can see it creates a bit of minor damage on the environment, but if I was to hold this down and charge it up and release, you can see it creates a lot more damage. And then this damage is on the actual environment, so you can see now I've damaged the floor. I'm going to have to start driving up and down the crater, which is quite cool. We've also got elemental stuff, so earthquake will damage the floor and damage buildings around it, and you can see we're actually cracking the floor open and stuff, and there's damage all around. We've got a tornado, which, well, is a tornado, and once there's buildings it'll lift all this up, fling them around, etc. We've got explosives, so C4 that you can see down here, that you can fire. Got a nuclear bomb, which will do your nuclear mushroom cloud and leave a bit of a crater. We've got the special stuff as well, which aren't linked up, so your black hole and laser's not quite working yet, but that'll shoot down and obviously impact the floor, the ground, etc. as well. And that's it for that, I think, that I can show you. Just a reminder again, if you want to join the giveaway, just follow on Instagram or Twitter or both. I will run the list this week, and I will post the results and ping out to each person just on a DM a voucher code to let them know. Alright, cheers and take care. I'll speak to you next time.